Hello everyone. Good morning. Myself Muralidhar Reddy. I'm a DevOps consultant and solution architect. Welcome to Tech World with Murli channel. In this AWS 30 days Zero to Hero series, today we are going to discussing about day 3. In this particular day 3, we are going to discussing about Amazon EC2 part 2. Earlier we saw creation of EC2 instances, both Windows and Linux and putty gen, right? And also you can see here like Tech World with Murli GitHub, and we have a AWS Zero to Hero repository. Okay, then click this one, and here we already discussed about day 1 and day 2. If you are not ever, please have a look at day 1, day 2. Now we are going to discussing about day 3. Okay, in this particular day 3, right? Here in this particular day 3, we are going to discussing about um, how do we create the Ubuntu EC2 instance? What is Elastic API? How do we create? And also we can discuss about on-demand instances, opening support ticket with AWS. How do we do? And requesting service quotas and also metadata and user data. We can discuss. Okay. And for that one in day 3, I already updated all the documentation. Just have a look. Once we complete this video, you can have a look here. Everything I'm updating in this particular GitHub only. Okay. Fine. Now, first thing is we are going to discussing, creating the Ubuntu EC2 instance, right? So for that one, I logged into the AWS account. I'm currently in North Virginia. So go to here. In here, we can search with EC2. So here we are going to create Ubuntu server, okay? So you may ask question, why do we create a Ubuntu server? Right, some of the organizations, they may use Amazon Linux, Windows, and Ubuntu majorly. That's why I'm going to show you Ubuntu as well, so that you will be clear on those things, okay? And here you can click the launch instances, and here you can give example Ubuntu server, okay? And here you can select, you have to select here Ubuntu in AMI, right? You have to select the Ubuntu. Ubuntu latest version is 24.04, but currently majority of the organizations are using Ubuntu 20. So that's why I'm selecting the 21. And here you can confirm changes, okay? And here you can, here if you see here, that is it is x86 and it is AMI, okay? And now come down little bit, you have to select the instance type. The instance type I'm selecting t2.micro only, but in real time we won't be choose the t2.micro. We'll be used based on our applications, compute optimized or memory optimized. Based on that one, we will choose the specific instance type. Okay, and also you have to select here keeper. I'm selecting here dev, and also as I said, like this particular server, we are going to create a specific networking. This is a VPC and it is enabling the public API, and also the Linux, right? Even it is Ubuntu also, that is a Linux server. That's why the port number is, we have to enable port number 22. Okay, 1 second. I'm selected Ubuntu with SQL server, but not required that. Yeah, anyway, I'm selecting the 22. Fine. And come down little bit. Okay. Yeah, port number SSH 22. I'm selected. Remember, guys, here I have selected only Ubuntu 22. Okay, instead of 20, I've selected only 22. Okay. Now we can select here, come. We don't require to change anything. Same 8 GB, I'm selecting root volume, and here advanced settings. And here you can see that the domain. If you want to join the domain, you can do that. And if you want to attach any IAM role, you can do that. Same thing, host name. Okay, instance auto recovery. If you want to set up anything, termination protection, shutdown behavior, everything, we can stop protection, we can enable it if you want. I already showcased earlier video like Amazon Linux. So please have a look if you are not aware these options. Okay. And next thing is like here, say metadata we enable everything. If you want to update any user data, we can do that. And next I'm going to launch the instance. Here, if you see here, number of instances, I'm going to create only one instance. And next one is, it is a Ubuntu 22. And here is t2.micro, and I'm selecting the 8 GB. Just click the launch instance. It will be launch the instance. What will happen, like if you see here, first it will be initialize the request and create the security group and launch the instance. Once we launch the instance, right, it will be each instance, it is contains the unique instance ID. You can click this one. Now here, if you observe here, whatever you give, right, Ubuntu server, it is showing the pending state. It may take 1 or 2 minutes to come up this up and running the server. So we have to wait for that one. Meanwhile, like we can see where it is exactly creating. See here, this is the instance ID. It is whether it is running or not. which type of instance. Remember, again, I'm telling, in real time, we won't be use t2.micro. If we say like we are using t2.micro, they can easy to identify, okay, this guy is not work in real time, just he learn and applying the jobs. They may think like that. Okay. So be careful. We won't be use t2.micro. And here I status check, right? Initializing. Initializing means it is here we have two type of status checks. One is instance level. Second one is system level. Okay. And next one is here alarm where it's available zone, which available zone it is launched, it's public IP and public DNS, public IP, and also here you can, if we attach in an elastic IP, you can able to see here mounting is disabled. Security group, this one, key name is dev. When it is launched, type, everything can able to see here. And also you can check, it is the same. Earlier we saw discussed, right? Amazon Linux, same options only, instance ID, public IP, private IP instance, public DNS, private DNS, IPv4, and status check. You can check it here, whether it is instance level status check and system level status check. Remember, guys, sometimes, right, this status check, right, it may contain like 0 by 2, 1 by 2. During that time, you have to verify here what was happened so that you'll get some idea. And also monitoring, CloudWatch by default is every 5 minutes it will be captured. It will capture CPU and networking part. It won't be captured default memory. Okay. And security, you can check it here like any IAM role attached, security groups, owner, who is the owner of that, launch time. Okay. And also you can see it here inbound and outbound. I don't see any inbound, outbound. Inbound not yet enabled. That's why you might not be connect. Let me see that. Okay. We can discuss more on that. And networking, right? Here you can see that public DNS, private DNS, VPCID, where exactly it is going to create. And storage, we have selected 8 GB, right? This is the 8 GB. Still it is attaching state because still server is going to create, right? That's why it may take a little bit time. And also you can check the tags. Remember, guys, for practicing purpose, I have given only name, but in real time, it contains project, environment, okay, team. There are a lot of things we will be updating the particular tags. Tags is more important in real time. Based on this tag only, we can able to identify easily, okay, this server related to this project, this server related to this environment. We can say like that, okay. And if you see here 2 by 2, I'll check is succeed, okay. Now what you have to do, we have to connect it. For that one, what you have to do, just select that public IP. You can open put it. Okay. And here you can give the specific IP address. Port number is 22. Remember, again, I'm telling Amazon Linux, Ubuntu, CentOS, Red Hat, all are Linux, right? That's why the port number is 22. Okay. Again, if you see here SSL authentication, or you have to update your PPK file. PPK file is dev, right? Dev we have already, dev.ppk file you can upload here. Our dev is in downloads, right? That's why I'm able to see. If you store this PPK file somewhere, you have to go that particular location and you have to upload. Okay. Open. Now you can click this one. Now you can see it here. Say it is not able to connect. The reason is we haven't enabled port number 22. For that one, what you have to do, I'm going to do here, go to the networking, go to the security. Here we have a security group, right? Click this one, go to the inbound rules. Here you have to enable the port number. Port number is here, see, connection time you are getting. Here you have to give the port number is SSH. SSH port number is 22. Okay. I'm giving the anywhere. Basically, it is not recommended anywhere. We have to give the specific IP range, but temporary being, we are giving that 0.0. Okay, fine. And now I'm trying to connect again. Yeah, if you see here inactive, right, you can right click and you can click the restart session so that it will automatically, it will ask accept or connect to once, accept, click that. Here it is asking the username, right? We are using the Ubuntu server, right? The Ubuntu server default user is Ubuntu. What is that? Ubuntu. Okay. The Ubuntu server, the default user is Ubuntu. If it is Amazon Linux, the default user is EC2-user. If it is a CentOS server, the default user is CentOS. Okay. Give that. If you see here, it is imported and then we are able to connect the particular server. If you see here, Ubuntu, I have connected. Now I'm going to switch to root user. So for that one, sudo su -. Is nothing but root user. If you are not aware these Linux basic commands, please have a look our DevOps course, Linux, so that you will get some idea on that. Okay, fine. Now you can see here, now I have connected. Now you can see here, I'm going to increase that change settings, appearance, change. I'm giving the 16 font size because it is very less, right? That's why. And now if you give the, now we can check it here, df-h. Now you can see here 8 GB, right? We are using 8 GB, right? That's why we are seeing that 8 GB. Okay. See, total 8 GB, 1.7 GB already used. That's why 6 GB is available. That is root. Where it is coming, we have attached that volume, right? When you are creating, we have attached 8 GB RAM, if you remember, 8 GB storage. If you see here, this is the storage we are seeing here. Okay, clear, right? So this is the process of creating and attaching, creating the Ubuntu server and connecting to the particular Ubuntu server. Okay, clear, right? I hope understand it. Fine. Next one is, the next one is Elastic IP. What is Elastic IP? Okay, Elastic IP. Before going to discussing about Elastic IP, final thing, like in Ubuntu, right? When it comes to the real time, very rarely we will be used, but sometimes some of the organization, they may use the Ubuntu. So if they are using Ubuntu server, right, the current version they are using Ubuntu 20. Okay, Ubuntu 20.04. We are using that one. Okay, so but we created 2022. We created 22 version. Okay, clear. Fine. Now, what is Elastic IP? Elastic IP is nothing but EIP is nothing but Elastic IP. Elastic IP, what will happen when you create the Elastic IP? It is a static IP. See, let's take example. Okay, we have Ubuntu server. Okay, we have Ubuntu server. The currently the IP address is, if you observe here, 35.174. Okay, now I'm stopping and start. Remember, guys, this is the Elastic IP. This is the IP. This is our IP. What is the IP? 35.174. Currently, EC2 instance IP is this one. Now, what I'm doing, I'm stopping the instance, and then again I will start the instance. What will happen? This particular IP will be changed. But if you want to give the static IP, if you want to assign the server to the static IP, we can use the Elastic IP. Remember, guys, EIP is nothing but Elastic IP. Using Elastic IP, you can attach that particular Elastic IP to the server so that it will be dynamic. It is not a dynamic, it will be static. It means even though if you stop, start, restart the server, it won't be change the IP. But we currently haven't attached the Elastic IP, right? For that one, if you currently I'm stopped the instance, now I public IP gone. Now I'm trying to stop the instance. What will happen? Let's see. See here, now it is trying to start. Now you can check the public IP so that you will get some idea. It will be keep on changing. Remember, guys, the IP address will be keep on change. We can wait for that. Not yet started. That's why it is not yet assigned the public IP. Okay. And one more thing, we have stopped, right? That's why it is showing remote side unexpectedly closed network connection. The reason is earlier we connected with a different IP, right? That's why it is we stopped the instance. That's why it is connection lost. Okay. Fine. You can check it here. Currently the public IP is different one. Earlier is 35.174. Currently is 54.236. But if you want to assign the static IP, so for that one you can use the Elastic IP. Okay, understand it? Simple words. Elastic IP is nothing but static IP. Using this Elastic IP, we can attach the particular Elastic IP to the EC2 instances. We can use that Elastic IP in NAT gateway. When you are creating the NAT gateway, we require Elastic IP. Okay, currently I'm going to show you how do we attach this Elastic IP to the EC2 instance so that you will get some idea. You may ask question, why do we require to attach Elastic IP? There are multiple reasons. Sometimes, right, I have installed application this particular server. Okay, that particular server IP I'm using somewhere inside the Route 53 static IP. Okay, but if I not attach the Elastic IP, what will happen? By mistake, we stopped and start the instance. So during that time, okay, if we, for example, we stopped and start the instance. During that time, what happened? The IP will be changed, then it won't be work that particular URL. Example, takeoverwithmurli.com. Okay. Example, you can say here, takeover with Murli. Takeover with Murli.com. Okay. Example, I'm telling here. Okay. For this website, right? for this website, I have backend, I have assigned this website to the public IP. So for that one, what will happen? Okay, if we restart the instance, right, the IP will be changed, then it won't be, this website won't be work. So for that reason, we can use the elastic IP. We can attach that particular elastic IP, even though if I restart the server, it won't be change the IP because that is a static IP. How do we do? We can see it. Okay. So for that one, in AWS console only EC2, we have a left side, we have elastic IPs. Click this one. Here we have a allocate elastic IP. Allocate elastic IP is nothing but creating a elastic IP. Okay. Click this allocate elastic IP. Here we have Amazon pole IPv4. Yes. Which broad you want to be? It is a region specific region. US East 1. It will be support all the available zones. Okay. Now we can select here. Now I'm giving here name. Example, if this is for dev, okay, dev EIP I'm giving, okay, just I'm giving dev EIP is nothing but dev environment elastic API. Click the allocate. Now what will happen? It will be, this elastic API create the one IP. This is a static API. Now what you have to do, when we create the elastic API, right, it will be, this is the name, this is the elastic API, this is the public API, it is showing type, allocate ID, it will be generate the one ID, this is the static ID, okay, it means common ID, okay, EIP allocate ID, this is the ID, and also you can check it here, this particular elastic IP associated instance or not, private IP, what is that, associated ID, okay, everything can able to see which network we have created, region, US East 1, right, we have created that particular one, okay, create, right. Now what you have to do, and also you can check it here, allocated IPv4 type, associated, reserved DNS, scope, VPs level, okay, everything can see it here. Now what I'm doing here, right, now I need to attach this IP to this particular Ubuntu server. Ubuntu server current IP is 54, right, but elastic IP is 54.82, but current IP is the particular dynamic IP is 54.236. Okay, dynamic IP is nothing but is once we stop the server, right, it will be gone. Once we stop the server, right, it will come new IP, that is called as dynamic IP, but this elastic IP is static IP. Okay, so for that one, what we have to do, just to select the particular elastic IP, go to the actions, we have option associate elastic IP, click this one. Now here we have two options, one is instance or network interface. Select the instance. Here you have to select the instance, which instance you are going to attach this particular elastic IP. So it is running Ubuntu server, right? Select this one. Now here it is asking the private IP. This private IP is nothing but Ubuntu server private IP only, 172.31. If you see here, 172.31.86.17, that IP only. Okay. Now here you have to select allow this elastic IP address to be reassociated. Let's take example, you have associated somewhere, but you want to associate this one, you can select this one. Okay, just associate. Now what will happen? The IP will be changed. Now if you see here, we have attached this elastic IP, and also you can check it here, associated elastic IP, that private IP, associated ID, and the network interface owner, who is that, account number, which region, border group. Okay, now you can see here, now we can see here, now you can see here the IP will be changed. Earlier it was a different one, right, 54.250 or something. Now it is elastic IP. Now what will happen if I stop and start the instance? What will happen? Let's see. Currently is elastic IP, right? Fine. Now what I'm doing, now what I'm doing? Now I'm going to stop the instance. Stop instance. Now if you see here 54.82.185 still exists. It will be still exist and it is attached to the particular instance. If you see here, now it is stopping state. Now it is stopping state. So even though stopped the instance, but still the IP address will be exist. The reason is we have attached this particular server to the elastic AP. That's why still exists. If you not attach the particular elastic AP, what will happen? If you stop the instance, again it will be gone. Okay. So, but here is elastic IP, that's why it is still exist. Now again I'm starting the instance. Still the IP is same only. The reason is this is the static AP. Okay, understand it? This is the main advantage of using elastic AP. Elastic AP majorly will be used two ways, two reasons. Majorly, one is EC2 instance level will be used. Second one is when you are creating the NAT gateway at VPC level, we require this elastic AP. Okay, instance level may not be used, but when you use the NAT gateway, we should require the Elastic API. We will discuss more on that VPC part so that you will get an idea where exactly we are using one more way, one more location, so that you will get some idea on that. Okay, now clear, right? Now if you see here, public IP is, it is same only because it is an Elastic API. Okay, clear, right? Right. Now, if you want to detach it, how do we do? For that one, right? Go to the Elastic IPs. Here, select this instance. Okay. Now go to here. Now here we have option release Elastic IP. Release Elastic IP means first it will be delete. But before going to release, right, first we have to disassociate. Disassociate means currently we have attached the Elastic IP to the specific server, right? First we have to disassociate. For that one, what you have to do? Click the disassociate Elastic IP address. Click this one. What will happen if it is showing like this particular Elastic IP, this particular instance, it is going to disassociate, means detach. Okay. Click this disassociate. Now what will happen is disassociate. If you can verify here, now here it is not attached. Now you can go to the instances. Now you can check with this Ubuntu server. Now it is changed. Okay, 206.209. Yeah, see here 54.82 is the Elastic IP, but here is 54.86.209. It is a different IP. Okay, again once we dissociate, right, immediately it is attached the public IP to this particular server. Okay, clear, right? This is the process of. Now what you have to do, we have to delete. If you want to delete, just select this one, and here you can come release Elastic API address. Okay, click this release Elastic API, release it. It means it is released from our AWS account. It means it will be deleted from AWS account. Remember, guys, very few months back, if you create the Elastic API, if you attach the Elastic API to the EC2 instance, they never charge for that. But currently, once you create the Elastic API, whether you are using or not doesn't matter. They will be charged hourly basis. I think $0.005 per hour. So they will be charged for that. Okay, for that one, you can we can see the documentation as well. Okay, you can see the documentation. You can search in Google like Elastic API pricing in AWS so that you can check it here like AWS public IPv4 for address changes. If you see here, it will be charged $0.005 per IP per hour. Okay, so even though whether you attach the EC2 instance or not doesn't matter, they will be charged always 0.005. This is the recently came. Okay, clear, right? Fine. What is the next thing? Next thing we can discussing about spot instances on demands. We can discuss one by one. So for that one, right, in GitHub documentation day 3, you can come down here. You can see it here. There are multiple types so that you'll get some idea. Yeah. Security group discussion, security group topic we can discuss during VPC setup so that you will get more idea. Coming to the spot instances. The spot instances is nothing but in AWS set, there is having unused EC2 capacities instances. If you want, you can use that. But when you use the spot instances, the AWS team, they won't be give the guarantee, okay, whether when the instances will be deleted. And one more thing, these spot instances, majorly we can use it for big data analysis, batch processing, CI/CD workloads. CI/CD workloads means it will be complete once we can destroy that. For that one, you can use the spot instances. Okay. On-demand instances is nothing but so far we created a EC2 instances, right? We created and we deleted the instances. Those all we can call it as on-demand. On-demand is nothing but we can, whenever required, we can create on-demand and we can use it and we can delete it. Okay. For that one, you can use that. And next one is saving plan. In this particular saving plans, right, we have to we have to commit 1 year, 3 years plan so that you'll get more discount compared to on demand. Usually on demand is more cost, but in real time, majorly we'll use the saving plans only. In saving plans, right, we can choose the specific instance type. Let's take example for EC2. We always use T series or M series. So that what we can do, like we can we can interact with the AWS team and we can tell them like we can use the saving plan so that we have to give a commitment for them 1 year or 3 year plan so that we'll get more discount. And the reserved instances also we can do that. But in reserved instances also, we have to give the 1 year, 3 year plans commitment. So if you required any, I mean, you are good with that one, like I will use the next 1 year or 3 years, same instance type, reserved instance, we can use the reserved instance so that you will get a lot of discount compared to on demand. Okay. But dedicated host, in dedicated host, we won't be use it in real time. But dedicated host, right? Physically, AWS team, they will be provided for us, but it will be more charge. We won't be used. That is not required as well. Okay. And next one is schedule instances. Schedule instances means, like, let's take example. I need morning 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. So I need in this specific time, I need EC2 instances. We can use the schedule instances. We can launch the servers. Okay. And capacity reservation also we can use it, but we won't be use much capacity reservations. Majorly we will be use, one is on demand, second one is saving plans. Based on our need, we will be use reserved instances, dedicated host. These schedule instances we may not be used, but you have to be aware like those things. Okay. So where exactly we can find these things? Go to the EC2. Here we have left side spot request, right? We can create the spot request, whatever you need. So it will be very less compared to on demand. Okay, if you want, you can launch the spot instances. Okay, next one is saving plans. Saving plans, as I said, right? They will be provided 1 year, 3 year plans only. Here, 1 year, 3 year plans, so that it will be less compared to on demand. And the reserved instances, if you want to reserve the any instances, you can reserve the instances. Just click this one and you can select, and then it will be show the how much price, so that you have to pay specific amount. Okay. But in real time, you won't be use the reserved instances. Remember this point. And dedicated host, if you want to create any dedicated host, you can use that. But currently all the servers, right, shared host only. So in real time, we won't be 99%, we won't be use the dedicated host. So we don't much worry on that one. But compared to shared host, dedicated host is more costly because AWS team, they are providing the physical server for us, specific one. Okay. That's why it is more cost. And capacity reservations, if you want to create any capacity on demand reservation, you can do that. This one also we won't be used. So we don't worry. We don't much worry on this thing. Okay. We majorly use, one is on demand, second one is saving plan. If it is specific instance type, you can use that example M4 T3. Based on our need, we'll be use the saving plans as well. But saving plans is more cheap compared to on demand. Okay. Spot instances more cheap compared to other plans. Okay. Remember, but still we will be use on demand. Second one is saving plans only. Clear, right? Any questions? No, right? Fine. What is next? We already discussed. Now, one of the most important thing is how do we raise the ticket with AWS team? Okay. Let's take an example. You got some issue. You need help, take help from AWS team. How do we do? So we can see that topic. Okay. This is the one of the most important topic. Whether you really worked or not in real time, they can easy to identify using this one. Let's take an example. We got some issue, EC2 instance issue or EBS volume issue, some other issue. Your manager or team lead reach out to you. Hey Murli, we are facing this issue, but we tried from our end. We couldn't find. Can you please reach out to AWS team and take help from them and resolve this issue? So here one thing you have to remember. In AWS, right, we have a different plans available. In AWS, we have a different plans available. AWS plans. Okay. In AWS plans, right? We have a different AWS support plan available. One is like basic. Okay. Second one, developer, business, enterprise on ramp. Okay. There are different things. Based on we select, we are using an organization, it will be support. Let's take example. If we select the developer, right? General guidance, it will take 24 hours. In fact, it will take 12 hours. If you take the enterprise, right? It will be less and you can directly connect with them over the, I mean, we can chat with them and we can connect with them over the Teams, or in AWS, we have a AWS chain. We can connect through them and we can take help from them and we can resolve this. But in real time, most of the organizations, any big organizations, they will be use the enterprise only. So that the reason is they will always, I mean, their application should be up and running always, right? If something happened, right? If our team is not able to find out or something issue with AWS, then we need to reach out them. That's why we'll be use this enterprise, and we can raise the ticket with them, and we can take help from them. So for that one, right? What you have to do for that, just go to here and you can type it here, support. Here we have a contact AWS technical and account support. Here in support ticket, right, we have two types. One is account level, second one is technical. Account level means like if something issue with your billing, something issue with your account, you can reach out this. Okay. Here, if you see here, account billing and technical. Technical means you can raise the ticket. Let's take example, some issue with EC2, some issue with EBS, you can raise that. For that one, just click the create. Here it will ask here, account billing, technical. If you select the account billing, right? In this account billing, we have a different plans. I mean, account level, account activation, billing, chain. Okay. There are different things, domains, education, free tier. There are marketplace. There are multiple things available here. Okay. But if you select the technical, right? In this particular technical, uh, right? If you see here, we are not, I mean, my account is not business support one. So for that one, what will happen? For that one, it is showing that I'm not able to see these options. But don't worry, I have another account. On that particular account, I have taken the screenshots as well. So I will show you how to raise. Once you select the technical, right, you have to come here. Yeah. Now, once you click the here, right, here you have to select the create a case. Once you click the create a case, we have two options. One is account level, second one is technical. One is account level, second one is technical. Okay. Now click the additional information. Now we can click here technical. When you select the technical, right? Here we have a EBS. Let's take example. I have select the EBS. Let's take example. In your case, it is a EC2 or EKS. You can select here. And second one is category. It is whether general or impact, what exactly severity. Here, a very important thing. In severity, we have different options: general, guidance, and system impact. Okay, production impaired. There are multiple things. Based on that one, you have to select. Let's take example. I have selected general, and next you have to click the additional information. Click this one. Once click that and additional information, right, it will ask the subject. Example, I'm giving like need some info regarding AWS EBS. It means I have some queries regarding EBS. So that's why I have raised the ticket like this. And here I have given item, I need some info regarding, can we have a quick call to discuss more on this? And I have given the thanks and Murli Reddy. Then here it is asking the volume ID, instance ID, region, and timestamp. If you're not providing that, just you can click here, OPT out from providing recommended fields. It means like it won't be mandatory. If you select this one, it will, you can click the solve now and contact us. Okay, then click this one. Once we click this one, right, it will showcase like solve one. It will give the recommended links. If you want, you can take a look. You already taken, don't worry. Just click the next. Once click the next, right, it will go through the contacts. Okay, in this particular contacts, you have to provide the information. One is web. Web means if you give, right, if you submit, right, you will get the mail. It will take around 24 hours. But if you select the phone number, right, you can directly call them. You can directly call them, and also you can give the mail ID as well, so that you can directly connect with them over the call. But so third option is we have a chat option. You can select the chat option. You can give the mail ID. Remember, guys, here I given my personal mail ID, but in real time we will be give the specific company mail ID. Example, you are working Techol with Murli, you are working TCS. Example, Murli@tcs.com, Murli@hcl.com. We have to give that one. Okay. But here, one thing you have to remember, in this particular three options, right? Highly recommended is chart option. The reason is chart option, you can directly, immediately within 5 to 10 minutes, you can directly connect with them over the call. But if you select the web or phone, right? Phone, it will be take a lot of time to connect with them, and it is very difficult to connect with them. It may take 15 minutes, 20 minutes to lift their call and discuss with them. Okay. We highly recommend select the chart. Let's take example, you have selected the chart. Now you can submit that one. Once we submit, right, you can see it like this. You can see it like this. It means like it is connecting to them. Okay, once we connect with them, so what will happen? It will connect with them. It will be display like that. What it will be display? Hey Murli, hi, myself. He will mention like myself, so on, so on. He will ask our name, just update our name, and then we can tell them like, hey, can we have a call? I need some info regarding this ABS value. Can you have a quick call to discuss over the Teams? Remember, by default, AWS team, they have chain, Amazon chain. So using that, they will share that Amazon chain so that we have to connect with the particular chain. Okay. But if you ask specific one, let's take example, your organization using Teams or WebEx, you can create the meeting and you can share that meeting ID to them so that they also connect, joining that Teams or chain instead, Teams or WebEx instead of chain. Okay. So I will highly recommend better to use your organization one. Okay. So, or you can connect with the directly, they will share the link and we can connect. Okay, clear, right? This is the one of the most important thing. Who are working, whether you really worked or not real time, they can easy to identify. If they ask question, did you connect with the AWS team? So how do you connect? Which purpose you have connect? So if they ask question, if you are not saying like, they can easily to identify, okay, this guy is not work real time, just he learn AWS and he trying to get the job. Okay. So for that reason, I have prepared, cover this topic. This is the one of the most important topic. Okay. I hope understand that. Simply a support ticket, right? Majorly, if you are facing the issue, you are not able to fix this issue, you can take help from AWS team to fix that issue. What the root cause, you can easy to get the information from them. Okay, clear, right? Fine. What is next topic is? Next topic is requesting service quota in AWS. What is the uses of this one? Remember, one of the most important. This one also, if you are not aware how to raise the service quota, in if they interview level, if they ask the question, if you say like I'm not aware, they can easily identify you really not work in real time. The reason is in real time, we'll be raised the service account, service quota, 100% sure. Example, by default, Elastic APIs, we can create a 5 only account level. If you want, you can increase, you should record service quota. How do you raise the service quota? You have to aware. Example, if you want to create the VPCs, you have to raise the ticket. By default, I think 5 it will be create. We can create up to 5 only VPCs, but if you want to raise, we can. And one more thing, if you want to attach the policies to the users, by default 10 policies we can attach. But if you want to increase that, you have to raise the ticket. This one also we require service quota. That is the reason whether you really worked or not, they can easily identify if they ask the question. One is, how do you reach out the AWS team? Second one is, are you aware of how do you raise the service quota? Which region, when did you raise the service quota? They can ask. Okay. For our case, like I will show you like how do you increase the Elastic IP so that you will get some idea. So for that one, what I'm doing here, right? First, I'm going to create an Elastic IPs here, right? Allocate, assist, allocate. Okay, we have created one is Elastic API. Now I'm going to create one more Elastic API. Okay. Now if you see here, we have 2 Elastic API. I'm going to create one more Elastic API. Okay. Now I'm going to create one more Elastic API. As I said, right, by default it is 5 only. Okay. Now see here, 4 is completed. Now I'm going to create one more Elastic API. Now it is created. Let's see. Yeah, 5 created. Yeah. Now I'm trying to create Elastic API. Now it is showing, see here, Elastic IP address could not be allocated. The reason is the maximum number of address has been reached. It means by default in AWS, each AWS account, we can create only 5 Elastic IPs. We can create only 5 Elastic IPs. That's why it is throwing the error. We already reached 5, right? For that one. So if that is the case, what you have to do in real time, 5 Elastic IPs, it might not be work, right? Use, right? So for that one, what you have to do, you have to raise the service account. You have to raise the service quota. So for that one, you can search here service quotas. If you see here service quotas, right? Click this one. Okay, here left side AWS services, right? This Elastic IP is under VPC. That's why you can type it here. VPC. If you see here, VPC. Now here you can check it. There are a lot of things, and you can search here like Elastic. If you see here, Elastic IP, yeah, Elastic IPs. Let me check it. It is under EC2 or it is under VPC. Let me check it. Table subnets. Okay. Let me check it in EC2. Yeah, EC2, Amazon EC2. Okay. Here you can search with Elastic. Yeah, here under EC2, right? We have Elastic IPs. By default, it is a file. Okay. It is showing whether it's adjustable or not. If it is showing account level adjustable, it will show yes, yes. But sometimes if you see here, it will show like not adjustable. Not adjustable means it should not be, there is no option to adjustable this one. Example, attachment for VPC. For VPC, we can attach only file. Is it adjustable or not? You can able to see here. It is showing that not adjustable means you can't able to adjust the attachment for VPC. Okay. If you, let's take example, AMIs. By default, we can create 50,000. Okay. If you want to increase, whether it is possible or not, yes, account level it is possible. Okay. This is the process we have to do. Let's take example. I'm doing Elastic IP, right? Select this Elastic IP. Here, go up. Here we have a request increase at account level. Click this. Here, currently we have 3, right? 5, right? What I'm doing here, I'm giving 5 to 8. It means I need 8. I need to create a 8 Elastic IPs maximum. Okay. Just click the request. So what will happen once you click this one, right? It will be create the service quota and it is submitting service quota. Basically, few of the things immediately it will be applied. Okay. It may take 1 or 2 minutes. It will be applied. Still it is submitting. Okay. If you see here, still it's showing the pending. You can see it here. Still it is showing pending. We have to wait for some time. And also you can see here request ID. This is the request ID. Okay. We can check it. We can wait for a few seconds. And still it is pending only. We have to wait for a few seconds. Okay. Meanwhile, you can check it here in AWS support ticket. Okay. Okay, fine. If you can also see it here, like, is there any tickets available? Currently, we don't have any ticket. Here, we can wait for a few seconds. Basically, it will be immediately applied. So, but still, we have to wait for a few seconds. Okay, still it is account level. Still, it is pending state. Okay, we can wait for a few seconds. Okay. Yeah, I waited for around 5 minutes, but still same issue. I mean, not yet approved. It may take a little bit time. So we have to wait for that. Still see here, it is showing still pending state only. Just wait for a few seconds. And here, if you see here, requested date, last updated, apply account level 5, okay, default 5, okay. Requested quota value, it is 8, okay. We can see it here, okay. We can wait for a few seconds. I mean, sometimes it may take 1 or 2 minutes also. I mean, 1 or 2 hours also. So we have to wait for that one. Once with that, we can create a multiple Elastic APIs, okay. Clear it. This is the service quota creation. This is also one of the most important. Whether you really worked or not real time, they can easy to identify using asking these questions. One is raising the AWS account. Second one is service quota increase. Okay, not only for Elastic API. It is as I said, like user level policies. By default, you can attach 10 only. If you want to increase, you can come here and you can check it. And one more thing, guys, remember IAM related any changes, any modifications here, right? IAM. So for that one, it should be North Virginia only. If you go to Oregon region, if you check that IAM, it won't be visible. Okay, you should be, if you see here in Oregon region, I don't see anything. Okay, if you want to do any modifications, I mean, if you want to raise any service quota increase, okay, you should come to the IAM related. You have to go to North Virginia only. Even you guys are in real time, you guys are using Oregon region, California account, I mean, regions also. IAM related, you should come to North Virginia and you have to raise the service quota. Okay, except North Virginia, you can't able to see other locations, other regions. Okay, clear, right? Fine. Now, what is the next one? What is metadata and user data? We can see that one. Okay. And one more thing before going to discuss about metadata and user data. And you can check it here, like whatever you raise the request, right? You can check it here, quota request history. It is showing that pending state. Okay. So we can wait for a few more minutes and you can verify here. And what I'm doing here, what I have created multiple Elastic APIs, right? I don't want to waste this. So that's why I'm deleting, release all the things. Okay. Because otherwise it will be charged more. Every hour it will be charged $0.005. Okay. When I have deleted all the things, fine. Now, what is that? Metadata and user data, right? Now, for that one, what you have to do, go to the EC2. First, we can discuss about user data, okay? So for that one, what I'm doing, let's take an example. I'm going to create the one EC2 instance. Inside the EC2 instance, I have to install Git or HTTP service. So for that one, once we create the instance, instead of log into the server, installing the packages, you can directly, when you launch the instance, we can declare the inside the user data, okay, inside the user data, so that it is automatically install all the softwares. Once the instance up and automatically install the specific whatever we are mentioning instances, we can declare. Not only software installation, if you want to set any instance name, okay, you can use the user data. If you want to install any softwares, example Docker, Git, kubectl, Helm, anything, we can use the user data to install. Okay, for that one, right, I'm going to launch one instance. Click launch instances. Here I'm giving like user data server. Okay, example user data server. Now here I'm selecting Amazon Linux. I'm selecting Amazon Linux 3 here. Amazon Linux 2, 3 same, only similar. They do much different. I'm selecting t2.micro and here I'm selecting the dev and here come down little bit and here advanced settings, we can come down. Here you have to give the user data information. Okay, we can give installation steps. Here user data, right? We have a steps. One is like we have to give /bin/bash. This is a mandatory in inside the user data. Then I'm using sudo yum update. It means update the packages. Now I'm installing the Git and also now I'm installing yum install httpd. If you are not aware yum related commands, please have a look our AWS DevOps Linux course so that you'll get some idea. And I'm starting that and I'm enabling the specific package. See here, I'm telling first one is yum update is nothing but it will update the packages. And one more thing, I'm using Amazon Linux. That's why Linux server. That's why I'm using yum. If it is Ubuntu, right, you have to use the apt. Okay, fine. Now what I'm doing, I'm giving here all the things. Now once server is created, right, we have to verify inside the server whether this Git and HTTP install or not. We can verify it. Okay. Now click the launch instance. Now what will happen? It will be launch the instance. If you see here, creating second group, launch the instance. Yeah, successfully launched. We have to wait for a few minutes. Once up and running, we can log into the server. Then we can verify whether whatever we mention inside the user data, whether those things is installed or not. And one more thing, remember, this user data will work only when you are launching the instance. Okay, when we are launching the instance majorly. Okay, now you can see here, select this. Select the public IP and you can open the putty. Open the putty and you can give it here host name. Oh shit, I think so. I haven't attached. Okay, dev attached. Okay. And here you can go to SSH, auth, browse, dev.ppk and you can upload open. What is the username? The username is accept. You can give the username is EC2-user. Okay. Now I'm increasing the font size, change settings, appearance, change. You can give the 18. I'm giving 18 font size. Okay. Apply. Now I'm switching to root user sudo su icon. Okay. Remember, if you want to understand easily AWS, you must aware of at least basic idea about Linux. If you are not aware, please have a look in channel, DevOps related, and also Tech World with Murli website. There is a course plans available. You can have a look and you can enroll and you can learn it. Okay, fine. Now what I'm doing here, now we can check it. Git --- version. Now you can check it here. Now if you see here, By default, Git won't be installed, but we have installed from user data, right? That's why it is installed. Okay. Now, okay, I am also checking systemctl status httpd. HTTPD installed through this one, right? That's why if you see here, active running, 54 seconds back installed. It means like if you want to install any packages during installation, creation of server, so you can use the user data. User data is one of the most important. In real time, you will be use the user data only. If you are not aware user data also, they can easy to identify, okay, this guy is not work. The reason is user data we always use, and during installation, I mean creation of EC2 instance, we will be install example git, example helm, kubectl. Okay, there are multiple things we can install. Clear, right? And also we can set the instance name properly. We can use that user data. Inside the user data, we can set the instance name. Okay, clear, right? This is the process of, I mean, this is the usage of user data. I hope understand, right? Next, finally, like we have metadata. What is the usage of metadata? Metadata is nothing but it will be gather the dynamic information about EC2 instance. Let's take example. I have installed the EC2 server. Okay, I have installed the EC2 server. For that one, right? I have installed the EC2 server. For that one, right? This metadata, what will happen? It will capture all the information. It will be capture all the information. So for that one, what I'm doing here, go to the Google and you can search here, right? Metadata AWS EC2. You can type it here. Okay. Now here you can see work with instance metadata. Click this one. Okay. In metadata, we have two types. One is like you can see here, return instance metadata. Here we have two types. One is like I can show you that. Yeah, there are two types. One is IMD SP1 and IMD SP2. Our case is IMD SP2 only. So for that one, right, if you want to retrieve the data, right? So for that, we can use the curl command. This is the curl command. And also we can basically, earlier it was a few months back, right? We are directly get this information from this URL. Remember, this is the default IP 169.254.169.254. This is the internal IP only. It means it will be work only inside the server, not outside. Let's take an example. I'm giving this, okay, HTTP, this latest metadata. Now you can see it here, whether it will get error or not. Basically, you should get error. The reason is when you are creating, right, you can give the curl here. Curl here. Now, if you see here, unauthorized. The reason is, right, I have given this IP address, latest metadata information. I'm trying to get it, but I'm not able to get. The reason is I'm using this option. Which option? With authentication option I'm using. When I'm creating EC2 instance, if you remember, let's take an example. I can show you here quickly and come down here. You can select the advanced. If you remember here, I'm selecting here this one, V2 only, token required. Okay, if you select the V1, right, V1 and V2 token optional, you can use this one. But in our case, we are using V2 only. That's why it is expecting the authentication. For that one, right, we have a separate command. Come down a little bit. Here we have a, see, retrieve the metadata. Here we have a curl command. You can use PowerShell. We can use this. Now what I'm doing here, I'm using this curl command. Now you can check it here. Same command. Let me copy here and I'm running here. What will happen? It will be create the. Now here it will be display all the things. Okay. Now what I'm doing here I'm giving latest // latest / what is the name? I'm giving the latest. Let's see. This token, right? Token curl command, right? It will be generate the token, temporary token. That token it will be express specific time 21600. I think 15 minutes or 18 minutes. Okay. This one token. This is the URL. I'm getting that particular information. Okay. Now you can try here one more time. Now you see here we have a metadata. Okay. Now what I'm doing here, just the same CLS. Sorry, Control F. Same you can give here /metadata. Okay. Now you can see here you can get all the metadata, means all the instance related information. Create, right? Example, I need instance ID. You can give this one. Same command, just give the last, add that ID. Okay, class instance ID. Okay. Now if you see here, instance ID, in, yeah, if you see here, here we have an instance ID. Okay. If you want to get anything, we can use this curl command. But remember, guys, if you are not using token option, what will happen? It will throw the unauthorized. The reason is we have selected V2 with the token. If you use the without V2, we can directly use this command. But currently, most of the organizations still using this one only. But who are creating the latest, right? They are using that V2. But remember, V2 is highly recommended because it should be an authentication required. That's why. Okay. But still understand it. These are the uses of not only metadata, you can use the user data as well. Let's see. We can use here latest user FM data. Maybe this is only for basically user data also we can see it, but whether not sure whether it will come V2 version. Let's see. Yeah, see user data, whatever we mentioned, right? We can check it here. Sometimes some people may ask question, hey Murli, we are using user data, right? Can you please get those user data? What are the information is available? You can get it from here using curl command, and also you have option go to the specific EC2 instance. Example, you can select this one. No, yeah, you can select user data server. Go to the actions. Go to the security. No, yeah, go to the instance settings, edit user data. Click this edit user data, you can get it this one. In case if you want to modify this one, right, you should require to stop the instance before going to edit. Remember, this is one of the most important. You can get the user data here, and whether you can come here and you can verify whether whatever you mentioned, right, that user data is coming or not. You can verify here as well. Okay, clear, right? These are one of the most user data and metadata. Metadata, some use cases. So example, someone is writing any script, or someone is writing, they are calling any inside the application. If they are calling anything, if they want to get the instance dynamic information, so they can use this metadata. Okay, the metadata we can use, and user data. If you want to configure anything once you install the server, you can use the user data. User data also we can use very most important. Okay, these are the two major things as well. I hope understand, right? Fine. These are the topics today, day 3. And just we can recap what we discussed today. One is we have created a Ubuntu server, and also we can discuss about Elastic API, what is the uses of Elastic API, how do we attach the Elastic API. And one more thing, guys, we raised the ticket, right? Quota. Now it is approved. If you see here, it is request value is 8. It means it is approved. Super. Clear, right? It is approved to 8. If you can click this one, if you see here, requested 8. Oh, okay. It is not yet status requested. Still, it is showing approved. Okay, sorry. It should be approved. It will take time little bit. Okay, no worries. Okay. Earlier it was pending. Now it is showing requested. Okay, clear, right? Fine. Next one is we discussed about like what are the difference between spot, on demand, saving plans, what we will be used majorly in real time, and also how do we raise the ticket with AWS and also service quota. What is the difference between metadata and user data? Where exactly we are using? How do we use the user data and metadata? These are the things we discuss. Okay. One of the most important, again, I'm telling, whether you really worked or not, they can easily identify 3 things in this particular video. One is whether how do you raise the ticket if they ask. If you're not saying how do we connect, how do you reach out them, they can easily identify, okay, this guy is not working with real time. You may ask question, hey Murli, every organization they will use support plan. 99% they will use the support plan, especially big organizations, product-based companies, MNCs, they will be used. So you should be aware of that one. Okay, and also service quota. This service quota we frequently use. Example, increasing the elastic APIs, increasing the policies attached to the user. Default it is 10. Increasing the VPCs. Default we can create only 5 VPCs specific region. Okay, and one more thing, remember, IAM related any service quota changes, first you have to switch to North Virginia, then you have to raise the ticket. Okay, clear, right? I hope understand, right? Still, if you have any questions, you can reach out me through, you can follow through YouTube, LinkedIn, okay. And also we have a Tech World with Me website, Tech World with Murli website. You can have a look there, and I already published all the courses in, I will be publishing all the courses in Tech World with Murli. Okay, you can enroll there and you can learn it from there as well. Okay, I hope understand it. Still, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thanks for watching this video. We will see you next video.